Hello people and welcome to the part 4 of making a hotel login and sign up site using HTML, CSS, JavaScript on Bootstrap 4. So we're going to continue from where we left off last time. We created our landing page. So in this video we'll be working only with the HTML part of login, and finally we're going to connect it with our CSS. So let me quickly give a not ink link to that style sheet. I will give the name at the end, and for the stuff that is CDN link, you can just copy and paste it from your index.html itself. Sorry for that. And first up, as I said in the last video, you'll need a nav bar. So I'm going to copy the same nav bar which we used in the index.html. I'm going to copy that, paste it inside login, and here we're going to change our current to login, and I'm going to give home below that and change the connections as well. That will be login.html, and for home it will be index.html. As I said in the last video, there won't be much of the explanations. I've already explained everything in the home page as well, so you can just go and copy and paste stuff out of it. And before closing our index.html, we're going to copy the footer. Let's copy that, paste it after our navbar, save it, and right now I'm going to give a breakline tag. After the breakline tag, I'm going to give a class of container, and inside that container I'll also have div, which will be jumbotron, the same thing that we worked last time. And now you can go to forms page of Bootstrap documentation, copy the first form. I mean, you can copy anything, but I'll just copy the first form from here and remove the submit button because we don't want them to submit yet. Instead of check me out, I'm gonna include my choices to the account, and instead of will never show your email with anyone else, I'm gonna give add and send me the details of bookings to this email. Let's save that and see if that is working. So I'm going to go to my login page, and you have navbar and you have a form and you also have a footer over here. So next up, I'm going to copy the card, which is going to give me 3 classes for my hotel to choose from. So if you don't know what a card is, it's just a image, and below it there will be some text. So you will have a, what do you call it, context to work with. So if you scroll down, you'll find these type of cards. So I'm going to copy this first one and paste it after my form, but before my navbar, but before my footer. So I'm gonna give it inside container so it is centered properly. We'll save it here. And so basically what I thought was, we'll have 3 classes or 3 tiers of rooms for the customers to choose from. One will be economy, one will be executive, and another one will be luxury. So I have also downloaded 3 photos of the internet for each one of them. You can go ahead and download it or just give any pictures over here. So I'm going to call the first one as economy. Economy class, or let's just say economic tier, and we'll give it the, let me quickly grab that, remove it, and this will be cheap and best rooms, ideal for short stays, and instead of updated 3 minutes ago, I'm gonna give INR per night. Save that, and similarly for executive tire as well. I'll grab this, remove everything, and here I'm gonna give high-end, if I can spell that right, high-end single AC with sea view from the window, and let's price it at 3000 per night. And again, the last one will be luxury tire, which will be the highest tire that we'll be providing the customers with. Let me grab everything that it has, remove it, and we're gonna give high-end double AC with sea view from balcony. And now we're gonna give the image sources, which I have downloaded it. So this was luxury.jpg, this one was executive.jpg, and make sure your downloaded images will be in the same folder where you have saved it. So where you have saved your HTML file, and make sure you give the proper extension, and I'm going to give them the height and width attribute as well. Let's just give 200 and width to be 200. I'm going to copy the same thing for the other 3 images as well. Paste it over here and paste it over here as well. Save that, and let's see if this is working. My internet is quite slow, so it's going to take time to load. So let me add some elements before that. So I'm going to go back, give a break line, not block code. I'm going to give a break line tag, and I'm going to give the same container and jumbotron nested classes like we did in last time and the previous this thing as well. And I'm going to create a form, not from, of class. What was the class again? I guess it was form group, and we don't need anything else. Let's save that, and yeah, it has worked. So there's a problem with luxury tire, I guess. Yeah, sorry for that, I had a spelling mistake. And now we're gonna go back to the forms part of Bootstrap, and if you scroll down you will find a drop down list something like this, that is example select. So I'll be using this particular example select couple of times over here because I'll require those. I'll require only 3 options, that will be economy, executive, and another one was luxury. And I'm gonna give them select your tire, so they'll have an option to select their tire or select their package from which they can choose from. And after this we'll just give them a radio button from where they can choose the number of visitors they want alongside, or the number of beds they want in their room. So instead of disabled radio, I'm going to give 3, 3 bed, 2 bed, and let's give 1 bed over here, and remove this disabled from here. And we also need to give it a label, so I'm going to give a label from, wait, does it already have a label? No, it doesn't. So I'm going to give them a label, and I'll say number of beds, save that, and we'll reload it at the end and see if everything is working properly. So first up, I'm gonna add another drop down list for them, copy the same select list from above, and I'm gonna rename it to be ID proof that they'll provide. So let's give passport for the international customers and driving license, and of course Aadhaar. So save that, and I'll also, if you in the inside your form, if you go below, you'll find something called as toggle. Let's see if I can find that soon. Do I have toggle anywhere? Where did the toggle go? Toggle. I can't find it. Very good. Yeah, switches, I guess. Yeah, here you have a toggle switch element, so copy that, paste it after your, give a break line and then paste it after your ID proof, and instead of toggle switch element, I'm going to give include food, and in the brackets I'm going to give prices may vary accordingly. I'm going to save that and see if I have missed a break line tag somewhere. I've missed it over here. Save that, and let's see if this is working now. Again, it is taking a time to load, and okay, here you have a number of beds, 1, 2, and 3. You have select your tire, and you also have a drop down list to work from, and you also have include food. That will be prices may vary. And now there is 2 more things that I need to give. One is the payment options, so I'm going to copy the same example select from here, and I'm going to give it after the toggle switch, give a break line before, paste it over here, and I'll have payments options, pay at hotel. Sorry for that, guys, let me capitalize it first, and then I'll have credit or debit. That'll be the cards, and of course if you're in India you will have UPI. Save that, and let's go to the top, like right after the card where we start our form, and over here I'm going to give a label of check-in date, and input type will be date, which is built in if you have worked with HTML before. I'm going to give 2 break line tags and copy the same thing again. paste it, and instead of check in date I'm going to give check out date. Save it, and I guess we'll be done with our login page for now. So you have check in date, check out date, select your entire number of beds, 2 3. Your drop down list is working properly, your another drop down is also working properly. So that's it for the form for now, and before that I'm just going to give them a button from where they'll submit it. So I'm going to copy this button. That's the light class, which is a new inclusion in Bootstrap 4. So I'm going to copy that, and instead of light I'm going to give send me. Okay, let's just give submit and add to cart. Okay, so we are done with our form. We have submit or add to cart button over here, and in order to work with CSS you can just give in index.css over here, because both our homepage and our login page have the same CSS or the same elements on. We have already edited the CSS, so instead of doing it again I'm gonna just save it to index.css, and let's reload it and see if everything is working properly. There you go, you have a good navbar and footer, you have edited jumbotron, you have executive classes to choose from, you have check-in date, check-out date, and everything else is working properly. So that's it with this video, guys. We have completed our login form. In the next video we'll be working with terms and conditions, and why you'll require terms and conditions, and we'll also add a privacy policy page, and I'm going to give you the reasons why you need terms and conditions and privacy policy page. And after that I'll be telling you guys how to host your website also, so stay tuned for that. Until then, stay in, stay safe, happy quarantine.